Welcome back to What's New in the Lou with Alexis Zotos, presented by Caldy's Coffee and recorded and produced right here at Bucket List Podcast Studios. This is your can't miss weekly podcast, helping you stay in the know in St. Louis. We're talking the best new restaurants, the events that you want to have on your calendar, and of course, the people that continue to make our region the best place to live and visit. Do not forget to stick around to the end because we give you a week's worth of fun events that are happening. So you know what's happening before you see it on social media the following Monday morning. I'm really excited about our guest this week. If you have ever had Didi Mao, then you're going to want to listen up because I am joined here by Julie. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So Didi Mao is such a fantastic restaurant, 2 locations,
Yes.
Webster and Maryland Heights, and soon a brand new space in Webster Groves.
Yes. So we'll be moving soon down on Big Bend on the end cap near Balkan Treat Box. You know, we're super excited to be in our own space, you know, be in our own home, like our flagship. So, you know, it's going to come within a bigger space. And this is something that, that's our vision. Like my vision that I like dreamed of when I first opened Didi Mao, because I would never thought I would be here.
Yeah, it's the old Weber space for
Yes,
people
that's
who
correct.
are like familiar with that area.
Yep. I can say
Much
that too.
bigger footprint than your
Yes.
current space.
Mhm.
How much bigger are we talking about?
Double the size, double the size. So currently we're in like 3,000 square feet. We'll be moving into a 6,000 square feet space. Our kitchen will be bigger. You know, right now we have like 13 people in probably a 1,500 square foot kitchen. So really
cozy.
Yeah, really cozy. Like the staff's always fighting for a table. So with a bigger space, we'll be able to do like more new menu items and just kind of cater to the event space too.
Yeah, I love that. And so a couple things you just touched on, events and new menu items. So I want to dive into each of those things.
Okay.
First, before we dive into the new menu items, I want to give people a little background of Didi Mao. When did you guys open and why did you open this restaurant?
Yeah, so I opened in 2018, and February 2018. And the reason why I wanted to open Didi Mao was because I wanted to bring Vietnamese food into a modern approach. You know, something that's a little bit more approachable for some people that haven't had Vietnamese food. So just kind of wanted to put a little twist on it and bring something healthy and fresh. And because that's what Vietnamese food is about. You know, Vietnamese cuisine, we eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of herbs. And honestly, as I got older, I realized like, oh, there is a lot of like gluten-free options here. So just kind of want to bring that to the table too and bring it to faces that haven't had Vietnamese food before.
And you make it very approachable. Like not only when you walk in, like it's a very fun atmosphere. I feel like your staff is really great at walking people through the menu. You've got the pictures.
Yeah.
What's
Visuals,
what's your
sure.
favorite part about it when people come in and you can maybe tell they don't know what they're doing? What's your favorite part about introducing them to that cuisine?
My favorite part is just kind of, walk them through the menu and be like, hey, you know, if you haven't had Vietnamese food before, we also have fried rice. So it's just something very similar, but just kind of take them step by step, but kind of walk them through the menu and say, hey, look, we also have a bunch of sauces that you can choose from. You know, you can go from like the more traditional sauce, which is the Vietnamese vinaigrette, or if you want to do something that could be somewhat, you know, more familiar to you, like a Didi sauce or spicy Didi, like creamy sriracha. Everyone knows that because, you know, we all eat sushi and they always have that on the menu.
Yeah. And do you get a lot of people that tell you, you know, I've never had this food before, but now like I'm hooked?
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people like, okay, I want to try the vermicelli today. Maybe later I'll do the pho. And I'm like, you should, because it's one of our, you know, staples. And this is the best season to get pho.
We are in finally the cozy pho season.
Yes.
What is your favorite way to do pho? Like, talk to me about your pho because not everybody does it the same. Some are much better than others. And you guys have a really good one.
Yeah. So our pho, I mean, everyone's the spices are all different, you know, depending on like what region you grew up and how, like, I didn't grow up in Vietnam. I grew up in Vietnam, but obviously my parents did. But where they grew up at, all their spices and how much they put are all different from everyone. Like not one pho in St. Louis is the same. It's because it's a lot of the family tradition too. But I mean, I would say the process is the same. It's just what the final touches that go into the beef soup.
Yeah. And it's a long process to make it.
Oh yeah, it's like a 24-hour process. First day we kind of do like the bone, like all just bones, and the beef, beef pieces, and then second day is you put everything in, like the onions, ginger, the spices, and the final touches.
That's what gives it that like really like rich flavor.
Yep. It's all that beef broth, the beef collagen, I would say. Yeah.
And then when you're doctoring up your pho and putting things on top, what do you like to put on top of yours?
I like to put a lot of basil, a lot of green onions, a lot of jalapenos and Thai chilies and sriracha. I like mine spicy.
You like your spicy?
Yeah, I like mine spicy, not on the sweet side. But I love it spicy. No bean sprouts for me because I don't like bean sprouts. I know it's weird.
Like that nice little crunch.
I'm very like opposite from the typical, person. I don't like fish sauce either. Oh. It's just weird. I know. I like soy sauce. I don't know why I prefer soy sauce on my Vietnamese dishes, but it's just
personal preference.
Yep.
You mentioned your family and growing up, your family coming from Vietnam. You grew up in the restaurant business.
Yes, I did.
Talk to me a little bit about that, like how that sort of influenced your love of food.
Yeah, so I grew up working at my parents' chop suey at 9 years old. Started taking like orders, doing crab rangoons after school and like weekends. There was no summers, no like weekends ever, and I honestly didn't think I would be in the industry. But it really taught me a lot. Like I love just connecting with people and the hustle and bustle of the restaurant industry. And that's like why part of it, like I miss being in the industry.
What were some of those lessons that you've taken away from sort of watching your parents run, a restaurant? And it's not an easy job.
Yeah.
What were some of those lessons that you to this day have sort of like taken away from them?
I would say like, don't give up, don't give up, just continue pushing, even though like believe in your product. And, cause when I first started, it was really slow. I mean, I had like 3 customers a day for like 2 months, like it was really hard, but I would like, okay, I know this food is good. I'm just going to continue to do what I do. Like I'm going to promote, I'm going to go just be proactive and believe in your business. And that's what really, really taught me a lot too, because, they came over probably 50 years ago and they didn't know, but they knew the food was good when what they were selling. So they just kind of like just survived and just be proactive, reaching out to people and just doing what they can.
Because you didn't go straight into the restaurant business. You went and did other things.
Yeah. So I majored in merchandise marketing. I worked for Nordstrom for about 5 years and then Levi's for 5 years on their marketing side, and completely different, but I think just being in the sales part of the industry, we're always like having the relationship, the relationship building, and just always communicating with people. That's kind of what really taught me to be better of who I am at DD Mao.
Yeah. You mentioned sort of the desire behind opening DD Mao was to sort of bring Vietnamese food into sort of the modern era. When you do you remember day one opening doors? Wait, which was your first location?
Maryland Heights.
Okay. Opening your doors first day, like what was the emotion there? Like what was that feeling?
Nervous. I was so nervous. I was like, oh shit, this is real. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this because I haven't done it for 10 years.
Oh.
I moved out of St. Louis when I was 18, and I was like, okay, I'm doing this by myself. No one was, my parents didn't really help me. I honestly didn't want them to help me. They did. I mean, help me from a different perspective, but like all hands on deck, being at the restaurant was me. Yeah. And I was nervous. And that's what made me like, I mean, yeah, I think it's fearful for everyone who opens a business because like, you don't know if you're gonna,
heart and soul.
Yeah, if you don't know you're gonna survive or tank. And that was kind of the first 3 months.
What what made you keep going? Because seeing a lot of people think, oh, a new restaurant opens, there's this huge, like, all these
Influx of
people,
yeah.
and that's not always the case.
No. I mean, first day, I sold 2 things. I remember selling, like, I still remember 2 orders of Vietnamese egg rolls and 2 orders of bao sliders. And that was it all day. And I would close early, because I didn't have the business. So
What do you think changed? What do you think finally brought the people?
I think just kind of like people started noticing, and the publications, were reaching out, and once they heard about it, like, oh, okay, this new restaurant, because it was all just so new, and at that time I didn't really have any budget to do ads or stuff and feast and sauce, so I was just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna continue selling my food every day until someone gets a word of mouth. I think word of mouth is always the best marketing tool too, so which is great.
Kaldi's Coffee has been proudly roasting in St. Louis since 1994. Guided by a commitment to quality, service, and community, Kaldi strives to make every cup a moment of discovery. And get this, thanks to the support of their St. Louis community and fans across the country, they were named USA Today's #1 coffee chain in 2024. Visit Kaldi'sCoffee.com to find your nearest cafe, shop coffee for home, or even book a free tour and cupping at their roastery. Follow the goat to your next great coffee experience. Enjoy the rest of the episode. Now, looking back, Maryland Heights is so busy. Webster is so busy. You guys are expanding double the size. What do you think you in 2018 would think of where you are now?
How crazy it is. Like, this is insane, and would be able to, like, purchase a building. Like, I mean, that's every restaurateur's dream, is just to do that. And it's just like, okay, yeah. I mean, even till now, when I walk into Big Bend, I'm like, this is real. This is coming. It's just like so surreal. So it's amazing.
So now we're back to the present day. We're talking about this new space. When you walk into the new restaurant, what do you hope customers feel and experience? Walk us through what that experience is going to feel like.
Oh, so it's gonna feel the same, like the same as other DD Mouse, but like this is our like true. I guess I'm from a interior perspective. This is like our true.
You get to really make all the choices.
Yeah, exactly. True, like this is what I envisioned DD Mouse to be. Because other spaces, we just kind of like, okay, save as much money as we can to kind of just open the restaurant.
Right.
So yeah.
And was it exciting to kind of create all those design choices? Was it overwhelming?
It is overwhelming. I'm not really good at making decisions. So I always like, okay, just give me 2 examples, 2 things, and just let me choose one. And
don't give me 10.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. But which is great. Our interior designer, Tao and Lee group, they've been super, super amazing and helpful. And just, we work well together.
So more seating space?
Yes, we have 200 seats, but we're just going to open half of the space, and the other half will kind of be closed off.
And you'll do events?
Yes, we'll do events.
That's exciting.
Yeah, which is, it's nice to have a space where you can kind of like eat Vietnamese food and mingle with people. Like,
right.
Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah. And so when you think about what the larger space will allow you to do, especially from a kitchen perspective, what new things can people expect? Obviously the favorites, but will there be some new items?
Yes.
For people?
Yep, we're gonna start featuring bông bao huế, which is a beef noodle soup, one of my favorites, but it does make you very sleepy because of all the beef broth, Yeah, but it's good though because collagen. No, I just figured that out because every time I eat bông bao huế, I'm like, why am I so sleepy? So I Googled it. Collagen makes you sleepy. So it's just like your body's like processing it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's different about this noodle soup than maybe ones that other people are familiar with?
Yeah, so it has lemongrass. It's cooked with lemongrass and a lot of different aromatics. This is kind of a northern dish. Very like warm, I would say. It's definitely like
time of the year
yeah.
for it.
And then we'll also have balu blak, which is shaking beef. Everyone kind of knows that.
Okay. Yum.
That's served with like tomatoes and onions and stuff like that. We're also gonna to do dry pho.
Okay.
That's new.
What's that?
Yeah, so it's basically a dry version of the pho. It's really good.
So not a soup.
Not a soup. It's like trying to think, like a vermicelli bowl, but with different sauces.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds delicious.
Yes, it's really, really good. What else are we planning to do? Some new desserts.
Okay. And people might sleep on your desserts. They might not know that you guys do really great desserts.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've always been a baker. You know, when I was in high school, I would sell cookies at school too. Yeah. So it was like an extra income. I would bake after school, and then I would make enough to make sure I sell the next day. But I just love baking. And we're kind of like doing some fun items to, make sure that it kind of ties in with the business, like Asian flavors. What else are we doing? Just kind of think. I don't know. We'll see what comes up.
Is it exciting to, you've been at this, I'm trying to do some quick math, 8 years now, right? 2018?
Yeah, 2018.
Okay, 8 years. Okay. To have that sort of like ability to stretch what you guys can do, is there an excitement to that, to kind of like get those creative juices flowing and find new ways to introduce something a little bit different to maybe what people aren't expecting?
Yeah, it is. It is very fun. It's probably one of my favorites thing to do. Just when I am able to do it, it's kind of always in the moment. Like, okay, we got to create something right now. But it's honestly.
Do you work better with that like
pressure?
That pressure?
Yes, I do. And but at the same time, it's like it's cooking. It's for cooking for my family. It's the same. So I mean, I can always do it under pressure. That's what I do at home too.
Do you cook a lot at home?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just open my pantry and I'm like, okay, what should I cook today?
What are you usually leaning towards when you're cooking at home? When you're out of the restaurant, what are you normally cooking?
Soup. I love soup. I love that, and I love noodles. Like I love glass noodles.
Hungry.
Just a little stir fry.
This podcast always makes me hungry.
But yeah, those are the only two things. Andrew really loves to cook everything.
Yeah.
There's not one thing. His favorite is steak for sure. Yeah.
Nice. What's it like working together? Working with your partner from a restaurant. You guys are probably always together. How do you balance that?
Well, right now we're not really together. It's kind of sad because he's at the new spot a lot, doing most of like the shelving work and all that stuff. And I'm running
putting
around.
him to work contractor-wise.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm running around with the two restaurants, making sure, both are running efficiently. But we work really well. We're both very like motivated and driven, which is great. And he balances me out where I don't know how to do construction. And,
Did you know he was going to be handy in the construction world? Like, was that a skill you were like, okay, we're tapping that. We're tapping into that.
Yeah, actually, yes. Because when I first moved in with him and he took a room of his place and built out a whole closet for me. So I was like,
amazing. Love that. And he also comes from the restaurant business.
Yes. He opened Poke Doke. When did he open? I think around the same time as me, actually. And once we got married, I'm like, I need help. So he kind of left Poke and helped DD Mao.
Yeah. When you think about the future of DD Mao, obviously you're in a big future building moment right now. You guys are opening up a brand new space. What though, when you think 10 years down the line, what do you hope for DD Mao?
What do I hope for? Just continued success, just to have that great like prosperity in business. That's what I hope for. And obviously the continued support to be able to be with the community at Maryland Heights and Webster Groves. And maybe we do plan to expand more, but we're, not yet because we just want to get this restaurant opening first. Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of other things that I always feel like when I think of DD Mao, you guys have like a really expansive drink menu. Is that something you guys will also be expanding with boba and all these fun drinks. Is that something that you hope to do a lot more of, or similar menu-wise from a drink perspective at the new location?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're planning to do like Vietnamese inspired like lattes and different
Yum.
teas, kind of different approach to it. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's kind of like in the works in my brain right now
Okay, love it. We're
too.
seeing the brain working right now.
Yeah.
Will there be soft serve?
Soft serve, not sure yet, but maybe Vietnamese desserts, in a
Okay.
different way, like the more the authentic traditional way, like it's called Jay.
Okay.
Yeah, so
What's that?
so it's let's see, it's like kind of I think more people are similar with like halo halo.
Okay.
Yeah. So similar thing where you have beans and like jelly and ice and just condensed milk and coconut. Like more of that take on it. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, yum.
Mhm.
Lots of exciting things in
Yes.
the works. Why Webster Groves? When you were thinking about expanding into a larger space, why did you know you wanted to stay in Webster?
The community's been amazing. They are so I mean, they're so cool. And they just support local business like 110%. And it's like whenever I go into the restaurant and I see familiar faces, they're like family. And that's why I wanted to make sure that I want to stay in Webster Groves and just hang out with everyone. And people are, yeah, like people walk past Big Ben. I'm like, I can't wait for you to be open. Like, we're going to be so much closer. And that just makes me very, very happy.
On the hardest days of this business, how helpful is that customer support to keep things going?
Oh, a lot, like everything. Everyone counts. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they're all amazing to keep it running. At both places, honestly. I need everyone help.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. It is a tough time for local
Yes,
businesses right
it
now, local
is.
restaurants especially. What is the message to the community about how vital it is if you want your favorite restaurant to survive? How vital is it for people to get out and support our local restaurants?
I mean, I know that everyone can't eat out every day, but try your best to, um, you know, think of local businesses first before chains. I
Hmm.
mean, I do love my chains too, but you know, it is such a hard economy right now with um, rising cost of food,
Hmm.
especially like most of our foods are coming from like Vietnam.
Yeah.
So it's hard, and we're trying to survive, and yeah, everyone's trying to keep surviving.
When you think about St. Louis's food scene and what role and place Didi Mao fits in, what excites you about sort of where our food scene continues to go in St. Louis?
It's cool. I mean, ever since moving back from wherever I was, Chicago.
Another city.
Yeah. It's amazing to see that, the culinary scene is continuing to expand, and we've honestly started to see more uh Asian restaurants,
Hmm.
which is obviously 100%. Like, I love that because yeah, I feel like our Asian community continues to grow here.
Amazing. Okay, so where can people make sure they stay in the know about everything about the new restaurant?
Yes, you can follow us at DD STL on Facebook and we'll
Mhm.
be posting a lot of exciting news.
Okay, all right. Can't wait.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
so much.
you. Thank you so much.
Stay tuned and we will have all the details on when Didi Mao officially opens their new location. As for what's going on in the Lou this week, here's a look at your calendar. First off, Didi Mao's new location is officially open, and let me just say happy Thanksgiving from all of us. All right, now here's some events. Guns and Hoses is this Wednesday, December 26th. December 26th is also the night that Winter Wonderland officially opens for the season at Tillis Park. November 28th, Christmas Traditions begins in St. Charles. Saturday is Shop Small Saturday, and there is a Sip Small Brewery self-guided crawl from noon to 6 p.m. And Sunday, if you have a Gabby's Dollhouse fan, they're doing a live show at the factory on November 30th. As always, don't forget to subscribe to What's New in the Lou with Alexis Soto so you can stay in the know each week in St. Louis. Thanks for listening.